of the Gu God Bowl. Inside the residence, Zhou Sui's expression turned serious. Although he didn't know the conversation between Lu Dong and the middle-aged cultivator outside, he knew the malice of this former friend of his parents. Perhaps because of the transmigration, his soul power was exceptionally strong, so he could sense the other party's good and evil. Even if the other party harbored a little bit of malice, he would be able to detect it. Therefore, from beginning to end, he had never trusted Lu Dong in the slightest. However, the malice of a Qi training stage, 7th layer cultivator was still too terrifying, it was simply like a thorn in his back. Admittedly, Mian City did not allow cultivators to fight within the city, but cultivators who took risks were actually emerging one after another. As the saying goes, having a sharp weapon invites a murderous heart. If the other party really couldn't hold back, then his little life would be over. Even in his previous world, in countries with very good public security, homicides still happened from time to time, didn't they? Therefore, he naturally couldn't place his hopes on other people's thoughts. The materials are almost ready, it's time to refine the Gu. At this moment, Zhou Sui waved his hand, and a dark golden bowl immediately appeared in his hand, with dense patterns floating on it, containing an unfathomable aura. And this was his biggest secret, this was the treasure, the Gu God Bowl. When he had just transmigration to this world, this Gu God Bowl was bound to his soul, it seemed that his transmigration to this world was thanks to this treasure. The ability of this treasure was also very simple, that was, it could use all kinds of materials to refine different Gu insects. For example, the spring autumn Gu with the ability to live forever, the golden cicada Gu that could bring the dead back to life, the dragon elephant Gu containing dragon elephant power, etc. Each kind of heaven and earth Gu insect contained incredible power. If he could refine these Gu insects, then immortal ascension and becoming an ancestor would be a piece of cake. The problem was that he was just a poor ghost now, and he couldn't get these rare materials at all, not to mention these top-level Gu insects, even ordinary Gu insects couldn't be refined. And the most important thing was that ordinary Gu insects couldn't solve his current predicament at all. This was the threat of a Qi training stage, 7th layer cultivator, how could ordinary Gu insects be able to do anything about it? Therefore, after thinking about it, Zhou Sui finally obtained information about a kind of Gu insect from the treasure Gu God Bowl, and that was the Affection Gu. The refining method of this Gu insect was very simple, as long as he obtained Forget Love Grass, plus Yin and Yang Flower, and 100 low-grade Spirit Stone, he could refine this Gu insect. Moreover, Forget Love Grass and Yin and Yang Flower were also everywhere in this world, not the kind of rare spirit medicine, he only needed dozens of low-grade Spirit Stone to buy them at the materials shop in Mian City. Just now, when he left home, he went to buy these 2 spirit medicines. But even so, because his parents had passed away, there was not much Spirit Stone left in the family. If he used up this Spirit Stone, then he would soon run out of money to buy rice. So this matter could only succeed, and failure was not allowed. Let's begin. Thinking of this, Zhou Sui didn't hesitate, and immediately took out the prepared materials from his body, and immediately put them into the Gu God Bowl, and at the same time invested 100 low-grade Spirit Stone. Whoosh tilde tilde. In an instant, a mysterious chaos airflow outflow, instantly refining these materials thoroughly, and a large amount of Spirit Stone burned. Immediately afterwards, countless energies melted together, and a black and white Gu insect suddenly appeared in the Gu God Bowl. Obviously, the Affection Gu had been successfully refined. In the next second, this Gu insect entered his body, and then entered his dragon elephant heart, seeming to merge with his dragon elephant heart. Then a huge amount of information instantly entered the depths of Zhou Sui's sea of consciousness. Affection Gu, one of the wonders of heaven and earth, contains the power of yin and yang in its body, and can breed many sub-Gu. If these sub-Gu enter the body of the opposite sex, they will make the opposite sex fall in love with you. The longer the time, the more infatuated they will be, until death. Description: the power of love is the greatest. It is a power that can create miracles. Love your Tao companion deeply, and you will find that it is omnipotent. It's a success. Zhou Sui was immediately overjoyed, feeling extremely excited in his heart. He sensed the power of the Affection Gu wandering in his dragon elephant heart, seeming to subtly change his body. Obviously, he had spent so much Spirit Stone, but he still successfully refined the Affection Gu. This was the first step for him to change his predicament. With the Affection Gu, I can find a Tao companion. Perhaps I can find Madame Hu, the manager of Baihua Brothel, Madame Zhao of Junbao Pavilion, or Madame Chen of Dan Medicine Pavilion, or Madame Qian of Beifu Shop. It is said that they are all older unmarried leftover women, and they all crave a thrilling love. Zhou Sui touched his chin. He thought of these older female cultivators, each of them was 40 or 50 years old, and their cultivation had reached Qi refining stage 9th level, only one step away from touching foundation establishment realm. Although they were a little older, they were very well maintained. Their appearance was similar to that of a 17 or 18-year-old girl, and their charm still existed, which ordinary young girls could not compare with. As the saying goes, a woman 3 years older brings golden bricks, a woman 30 years older sends a country, a woman 300 years older sends a mortal pill, a woman 3,000 years older is listed in the immortal realm. This was a real thing that happened in the world of cultivation, and powerful female cultivators were everywhere. You must know that a woman can climb onto a powerful male cultivator, fly to a branch and become a phoenix, and reverse her destiny. multiplayer cultivator, it would not work in a short time with his cultivator and aptitude.
Hit!
He didn't have so much time to cultivate either. He knew when Ludong would attack him. He didn't want to place his hopes on Ludong's mercy.
Pull up! Pull up!
Therefore, after thinking about it, Josue thought that if he could find a Dao companion at Chu refining stage 9th level, wouldn't he be able to solve that Ludong in minutes, thus ensuring his own safety. To be honest, this was the only solution he could think of. He just couldn't be Ludong. The cultivators who were stronger than Ludong were everywhere. Of course, under normal circumstances, these female cultivators, even if they were older leftover women, would definitely not be able to look up to him. After all, he was just a small cultivator at Summer Solstice Realm level 1 with a 9th grade spiritual root for working on miracles. Wanting to gain the favor of these powerful female cultivators, wasn't it just a fool's dream? After all, little white face were everywhere in the world, and they had long been accustomed to it. But now it was different. With the power of the Affection Gu, he could turn decay into magic and make these female cultivators fall in love with him. At that time, he would not only be able to live off women, but also be able to eat soft rice hard.
Pull up!
However, at present, only one sub-Gu can be bred. It seems that I need to find an opportunity to get in touch with these older female cultivators, otherwise there will be no chance to find the Affection Gu. Josue thought about the next step of the plan.
Bring